Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, a new movement is aiming to give power back to parents and encourage classical education in the classroom. The Educational Independence Declaration, asking supporters if they're prepared to join the fight to, quote, help restore the classical models of freedom education that support privately funded, parent-governed education, fueled by the energy of parents, the innovation of entrepreneurs, and the benevolence of scholarships. Here with more on the movement, founder and CEO of Classical Conversations, Leigh Bortins. Leigh, thank you so much for being here. You took part in our Miseducation of America series as well. You've got over 45,000 families in Classical Conversations, which is a huge homeschool hybrid network of education. And you say not being reliant on the government at all is key to educational freedom.
That's right. You think about it, 250 years ago, the wrong institution controlled the troops and the taxes. And so our Declaration of Independence was written, and its words traveled throughout the colonies as local citizens debated the responsibilities of freedom. Well, once again, the wrong institutions control the troops and the taxes. So we wrote the Declaration of Educational Independence, and it was written to encourage our citizens to debate two things: why we've experienced a century of miseducation, and who's behind the battle for the American mind.
Absolutely. And so what does this look like in practical application, Leigh? You do it through relying on no government funding, but how do we, through this declaration, win that battle for the American mind?
Yeah, so the first thing is to make sure that public policies don't hurt us by making private institutions public institutions through things like charters, vouchers, and ESAs. As a Christian, I believe if you don't work, you don't eat, and you're responsible for paying your own bills. And so we've been helping families homeschool and be independent of government education for, I've been doing it for almost 40 years. And we do that by not being regulated. So our costs are super low, our tuitions are low, our ability to work with any kind of income level, we're accessible. But, we're not the only one, Pete. There's thousands of programs out there that are privately funded for homeschoolers, private schoolers, micro schoolers, all kinds of schools. And parents just don't know about them because they're inundated with one thing only: you got to go to public school. That's where all the money is.
Yeah, that's where the default has been. That's where all the money is. And you raise very interesting intellectual points about what happens with a charter school, even with vouchers, what means when those dollars follow and what some of those dictates mean. What's the website if people want to check out your declaration real quick?
It's educationalindependence.net. We're not an org or a commercial company. We're not selling anything. We just want to get the word out.
Educationalindependence.net, and your organization, Classical Conversations. If you're looking at a way to educate your kids classically and do it yourselves, it's a great place to go. Leigh Bortins, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Pete.
Well said. All right, coming up, a Fox